Hello and welcome back here to our Blyth Spartan series. Today we have a big episode as we take on second place Bolton, and then we take on another tough opponent in Luton. A victory today against Bolton will put us right back in the battle for automatic promotion, but it's going to be a tough one. We do not have a great record against Bolton, and last year Bolton roared back at the end of the season, got into the playoffs, and made it all the way to the playoff final where they lost. And they've carried those performances into this year, as they currently sit in second and have the league's best goal difference. Before we jump into it, here is how we have gotten on since the last time you saw us. After that Crew game, we took on Leyton Orient, and we got a 2-1 defeat there. Not the performance we were looking for, and we followed that up with another disappointing result, a 3-1 defeat against Notts County. Joe Hodge got a consolation goal in the 81st minute. Got back to winning ways with a 3-2 victory over Lincoln. Kapani got himself a brace in this one. Big 3 points picked up there. We followed that up with another victory, this time a 4-2 victory over Oxford United. Pollock getting himself on the score sheet there. Pollock, Serjan, Morton, and Helm getting the goals for us there. Then it was a tough one, a 5-2 defeat against Birmingham City. We got 2 goals in the final 10 minutes of the game. But at that point, the game was already done and dusted. We were down 5-0. Just a terrible performance out there. Wickens in goal had a 5.5. Yeah. When your goalkeeper's getting that kind of rating, you already know you lost the game. Then the final 2 games we've played are 2 victories, a 2-0 victory over Huddersfield and a 1-0 victory over Burton. So 4 wins out of the last 5 is good, but the second half of the season we have been very inconsistent. Now that we are near the final run-in of the season, we cannot afford to be that inconsistent. We need to start picking up multiple wins on the bounce. We can't drop too many more points or we will be out of the automatic promotion races. But right now we are in the race. We are 4 points behind Bolton, who are in second. A victory here today will be just 1 point behind them. Of course, we have other teams ahead of us at the moment. Coventry are also on the same amount of points as Bolton. And Wickham, the league leaders, 4 points ahead of second place. They are on 76 points. But if we were to win out the rest of the year, I feel like we would be the champions, or at the very least, we would be in the automatic promotion spot in second. So yeah, we just got to go out there and get the victories. We have also had a takeover, and with that, our club finances are looking good. With the sale of the club that knocked out our debt, it reset us to 0. Plus, we got a little bit extra. So our finances are looking very good, and this is a great time for the takeover, because at the end of the year we're going to get our prize money for the league, and I think we will finally have enough money to get some upgrades to the facilities around here. We have been greatly lacking in upgrades to our facilities, so that will be a big boost if we can get that done. Now, we don't have a sugar daddy, as far as I know. They haven't been pumping any money in. The money that we have in the bank right now, it's just part of the normal takeover process. So, we don't have any billionaires back in Blyth at the moment. But hey, you never know, in the future, when we get to the Premier League, maybe someone will be our sugar daddy. But here is the team news that will be taking on Bolton here today. Oscar Bob is out injured. he may return in time for our second game of the episode. That'll be determined here in a little bit. Aquaflux is also out injured. He could miss the rest of the regular season. That is a big loss for us. Luke O'Neill picked up a knock in training here. He will be ready for the second game. But that sees our starting lineup of Wickens in goal, Norris, Kinney, Warner, and Blair. And defense, Morton and Helm are trusted midfield duo, Serjan in the attacking midfield role, Kapani and McAllister on the wings, and Ewan Pollock leading the line here today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. A big matchup away in Bolton. Come on, the Spartans. First highlight, Bolton are on the ball. Hopefully we do win it here. What? Are you kidding me? What was that defending? Kinney just completely lost the ball or just gave up. I'm not sure what he was doing. He should have easily got that, but wow. Instead, their striker gets on it and fires it home 9 minutes into the game. Brilliant start, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Looks like we might finally have a highlight here where we're on the ball. Norris bringing it forward, and he loses out on the ball. Bolton now looking to counterattack us here. Wow, they hit the post. Our defense is not looking good. Very disappointing so far in this game. Bolton are all over us, and we have another highlight here. Throw in for the Spartans. Warner plays it over to Morton, back to Warner. Going to play it back to Wickens in goal. Wickens then plays it long over the top to no one in particular. Bolton easily pick up the ball, and now they are bringing it forward. A ball over the top almost worked out, but this time we do defend it, and then a turnover by Warner. What are we doing? That has been terrible from us today. Should have been 2-0 for Bolton, and we have a highlight, a corner for us that's cleared out by Bolton. Kapani first to pick up that ball. Can we get anything out of this highlight? It would be a great time to score. We would be back on even terms right before halftime. And Serjan with a long-range shot. It crashes off the crossbar. Inches away there. And that is how we go into halftime. Better at the end there from the Spartans, but Bolton have had plenty of opportunities to add more goals. We need to do better, and we need to cut out these silly mistakes. Come on, boys. An improvement is needed here. Early highlight here for the Spartans. A throw-in by Blair. It's cut out, but Helms picks that up, plays it back to Blair, back to Helm. Looks for a cross, but it gets blocked, and Blair picks up the loose ball, plays it inside to Morton. Returns it back to Blair, who whips it across from McAllister. That has to be a goal. Are you kidding me? Wow. Kyle McAllister missing an absolutely wonderful opportunity there. Come on. And another highlight. Bolton look like they are on the ball here. Working it down this left-hand side. Now inside to their midfielder. Back out to the left-hand side. Patient from Bolton here. And no real rush. They work it back inside to Thompson. Patient from Bolton here. All the way back to their defense. Looking for an opening. Oh, that's a great ball. It's going to be 2-0. Yep, 2-0. Could be game over. It looks like it's going to be offside. Yes, we get saved by the offside flag. And just narrowly offside there is Duke McKenna. Wow, okay. Let's make some substitutions here. What can we do? Not a whole lot of options on the wings, which is a bit of a shame. We are going to bring on Matthew Blake for a Norris at left back. Blair's not having a good game, but I literally got no one that can come on and replace him. Playing Warner at right back. is an option, but that would only be something I would do if Blair gets taken off injured. Warner would provide nothing going forward. I think that's going to be our only sub right now, but it's not looking good for us at the moment. Corner for Bolton, it's whipped in, and 2-0. Game is going to be over. Ah, man, this team crumbling at the end of the season again. Not for the first time. We'll bring on Oliver for the final sub too. So Kundal and Oliver on. Go very attacking. But, I mean, at this point, 2-0 down. 50 minutes left in the game. Not a whole lot going our way. Haven't had an attacking highlight for us in a while. Just not good enough from the Spartans there today. Overmatched by Bolton once again. And there's the full-time whistle. A 2-0 victory for Bolton. A lot of poor performances out there today. Pollock, Kapani, McAllister, Helm, Warner. All not good enough. All of them are going to end up getting a fine because they didn't play up to our standards. So yeah, need to be much better in our second game against Luton Town. Here's our team to take on Luton. Hopefully, we'll bounce back with a win. Blake and O'Neill both coming into the starting lineup. Bob not quite returning to fitness yet. Just missing out. He has one more day before he returns. So unfortunate that he doesn't quite make it. So McAllister keeps his starting spot. We also want to put Fajiri in for Pollock. Don't want to forget that. But here's our team. We are at home at Croft Park. Let's get the 3 points today, boys. Come on. We're going straight into a highlight. Luton are on the ball. We better not concede a goal here in the first minute of the game, but we have won it. Can we be the team that scores in the first minute? Not with passing like that. Luton bringing it forward now. We do well to get back, but they are getting it up to their striker who gets off a shot and he drags it wide. 0-0. We didn't concede in the first minute. Let's go. But we have a corner to defend now. It's whipped in off the post. Wow, we survive. And another highlight here. Luton are on the ball once again, but Warner heads it up to McAllister. Come on, boys. Oh, McAllister does get on the end of that. I thought for sure he wasn't. Surely that was a foul, but we play on. And Serjan picks out Fajiri with a tap-in goal. Let's go. 1-0 to the Spartans. 12 minutes into the game. This looked like a foul here on McAllister. But thankfully, the defender then passes it straight to Serjan. And he puts it right across the face of the goal in Fajiri with an easy goal. 1-0, and we're going straight into a highlight. Please don't instantly concede here, guys. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Wow. Was almost the kickoff glitch. Thankfully, they do not score. 1-0 still to the Spartans. Throw in here for the Spartans looking to get a second goal in this game. O'Neill plays it up to Serjan, who's on the ball. Looking to pass it across goal. He does, and it falls to Kapani, making it 2-0. Let's go. This is much better from the Spartans here today. Serjan creating more magic. He doesn't get credited for the assist, but he put it in a dangerous position. The defender got his head to it, but not enough to clear it, and it falls to Kapani. 2-0. Let's go. Another highlight, and we're on the ball again. Could we get a third goal here before halftime? O'Neill plays it inside to Helm, up to McAllister. Now Serjan on the ball, picks out Kapani. Oh, wow. A thunderous shot off the crossbar. That should have been 3-0. Man. And a corner. No, it's a throw-in for the Spartans. It's whipped in. Kinney heads it down, but the defender clears it away. O'Neal's going to pick up that loose ball inside to Warner, looking for options. He's just going to play it back to the keeper, who then just blasts it forward straight to a Luton defender. Oh no, where's our defense? There goes our 2-goal lead right before halftime. Luton get a goal back. Our defense just nowhere to be seen here. Wow. That is some terrible, terrible defending. And that's how we go into halftime here. A 2-1 lead for the Spartans. But Luton are creating opportunities. They've got to go back right before halftime. So we need to continue our good football here in the second half. See if we can get another goal, because Luton are going to be coming for us now. First highlight of the second half, the Spartans on the ball. Sergian heads it down to Fajeri, who picks out Kapani, returning it up to McAllister. What a cheeky little chip from Kyle McAllister. 3-1 to the Spartans. That was some good football from the boys out there. Fajeri playing it over to Kapani. Takes a couple touches, and then he has a beautifully weighted pass to McAllister. And then, chef's kiss on that finish. Bellissimo. And we're into another highlight. Wickens going to pick up that loose ball. Playing it over to Kinney. He's going to pick out Blake. Bringing it forward, looking for option. Plays it out to Kapani. Plays it up to Serjan. He's going to go all the way. Oh, he hits the post with his shot. Serjan definitely deserving of a goal here today. Not quite finding it this time. Let's go ahead and make some substitutions. We're going to bring on the youngster, Aaron Burns from McAllister. You wouldn't have seen Aaron Burns in the series yet, but he has already made 4 appearances in the league this year. After Akufux got injured, we called up Burns to the first team. Got quite a bit of potential, and he has 2 assists on the season, average rating of 7.15 in those 4 appearances. Could potentially be a player for the future. He does have quite a bit of potential ability right now. He's only 16 years old. So this is the first time you're seeing him. Hopefully he can make something happen out there. Blake is not having a good game. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring on Matty Blair for Blake and put O'Neal out at left back. Those will be our 2 subs we're going to make at the moment. Just over 20 minutes left to play. And another highlight here. And we are on the ball once again. Blair bringing it forward. Was looking for Burns, but it gets intercepted by a Luton defender. Oh, Kinney with a good header away, but Luton end up getting the ball back. If we concede here, the pressure is going to be on, and they score. The pressure is really on now. 3-2. About 15 minutes left to play in the game. Let's go ahead and make our final substitution. We are going to bring on Ewan Pollock for Kapani, and we'll put Burns out on the left-hand side, Fajiri out on the right-hand side. Not a lot left to play in the game. Can we get it done? It's a highlight. Oh, we've won the ball back here. Helm, almost getting on it. It falls to Burns. Burns plays it back to Fajiri. Wow, if he scored that, that would have been goal of the season. And it wasn't far wide, and we have another highlight. Helm with a free kick from distance, not troubling the keeper there. Final couple minutes of the game. Full-time whistle. A huge 3 points for the Spartans here today. A much better performance, but again, our defense just hasn't been good enough this year. We are conceding way too much, and ultimately, if we don't get promoted this year, it's going to be down to our inability to keep clean sheets. And after today's episode, we are sitting in 5th place. 71 points. That is 8 points off the top spot, 5 points out of second place for that automatic promotion spot, and 3 points ahead of 7th. So we are in almost the same position as we were last season. Well, at least in terms of the playoff spots. We do still have a chance for the title and automatic promotion, which we didn't last year. So it is coming down to the final 5 games of the season. So we'll play a couple games off recording. We'll come back for the final 2 games of the season, where we will find out if we win the title, get automatic promotion, finish in the playoffs, or miss out again. It's going to be exciting. You'll want to make sure you don't miss it. So make sure you are subscribed and you have that notification bell on. And until next time, it's been your Boyd 147.